Students, we will start with the next topic, that is the states of matter. Okay. Now, all of us know there are three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Okay. Now, we'll study them one by one, their characteristics. Now, all of you know the examples of solid in day-to-day life. We see that all of them have got a definite shape, distinct boundaries, and fixed volume. Okay. But they are negligible compressibility, that is, they cannot be compressed easily. Okay, try to compress a brick, you won't be able to do it very easily. Okay, now these solids have a tendency to maintain their shape when they are subjected to outside force. Okay, they may break, but it is difficult to change their shape because they are very rigid. So if you apply force, they might break, but you cannot change their shape. Okay. Now, there are three examples given in your textbook. First is of a rubber band. Now, if you see, a rubber band changes the shape when a force is applied. Okay, but it again regains back the same shape. Okay. Now, next is you have a sugar or a salt crystal. You take it anywhere in your hand or somewhere, put it in a plate. The shape of that crystal is going to remain the same. Okay, even if you put it in a bottle or whatever. Now next is a sponge, and the sponge has got a minute holes in it. Now these holes have got air trapped inside it. So when we press it, what happens? This air gets expelled out. Okay, so we are able to compress it. So these are the three examples of solids. Now we come to liquid state. Okay, now if we see liquids have got no fixed shape, but they take the shape of the container, so they have got fixed volume. Okay, now these liquids can flow and change shape according to the shape of the container. So they are not as rigid as solids. So they are also called as fluids. Okay. Now, if we see, we have already studied what is diffusion. Okay. Now, liquids have got a special properties that solids, liquids, and gases, all of them can diffuse into liquids. Okay. For example, the gases from the atmosphere, they diffuse and dissolve in water both. Okay, especially oxygen and carbon dioxide. This is how the aquatic animals and the plants survive. Okay. Now the rate of diffusion in liquids, go to the next page, is higher than that of the solids. Okay, this is because the liquid state, the particles inside, they have got greater space between them and they move freely as compared to the solid state. Okay, so the diffusion is higher in liquids as compared to solids. Now we go to the next state of matter, that is the gaseous state. Okay, now for gaseous state, there's an activity in your textbook that you have to take a syringe, and in this syringe you fill here some solid particles like chalk or something, a liquid and a gas. So take three syringes and try to compress them one by pressing this piston. Okay, so what you will be observing is that out of all these three, gases are highly compressible as compared to the solids and liquids. Okay, now because of this reason, these cylinders which you use, gas cylinders for cooking and all, they contain compressed natural gas, that is CNG. Okay, we use it as a fuel also nowadays in the vehicles. Now due to that compressibility, the large volume of gas can be compressed and filled into a small cylinders, and they can be transported easily. Okay, now the next properties of diffusion, like liquids, okay, gases also diffuse very easily. Okay, so if you enter your house and something is being cooked in the kitchen, you can even know the what is being cooked without entering it. The smell that reaches our nostrils very quickly. Okay, now the next property of the gaseous state is these particles, they continuously and randomly move at high speed. They don't sit at one, or they don't stay at one place. They are continuously moving. Now due to this random movement, the particles hit each other. Okay, and they also hit the walls of the container in which they are stored. Now the pressure exerted by this gas is because of the force of the particles within them. Okay, now that is per unit area on the walls of the container. So sometimes these gases, they exert pressure on the walls of the containers, because they are continuously moving and they are colliding with the walls of the container. So these are the three properties of gas, that is compressibility, diffusion and the random movement. Thank you. We'll continue with the next topic.